right, Shalom. Before I start off, I'd like to first and foremost give all honor, glory, praise to our Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rechakudash. Double honors our apostles and elders, great millstone taught me this truth. And peace and blessings to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, as well as you Israelites born and scattered abroad. And, to the few sincere sisters, I say shalom, and to my fellow laborers, hearty shalom as well. All right. And, this is just a quick lesson going into, Trump, since he's been in office, has been signing off a lot of executive orders, man. All right. Even citing stuff that they've had written down. All right. In the books for some time, man. All right. The Alien Enemies Act of 1798. Okay. Which targets, pretty much foreigners, man. All right. To deport them, detain them. Okay. And within that, you have the Sedition Act. All right. Now I'm going to get into the Sedition Act. All right. But what is sedition? Sedition is defined by rebellion, uprising, revolt, factitious commotion in the state, concerted attempt to overthrow civil authority, violent strife between factions, civil or religious disorder, riot, rebelliousness against authority. You see? Mutiny, rebellion. Okay? And we know that at some point, like it tells you when Revelation 12:12, the devils come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time. All right? And these devils see that their end is coming, man. Okay? They see they're on the way out, and they're trying to fight against that. All right? And what that entails, dealing with this Alien and Sedition Act, going back to 1798, scriptures talk about how, this is Isaiah 10:1, woe to them, woe meaning destruction, unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness, which they had prescribed. Right now, Esau, he has all these laws in the books, going, years back, decades, okay, centuries. He has laws that have been on the books for a time, man. All right, just for them to resurface and be signed into effect. All right. So it says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees. What's a decree? What is a decree? A decree is let's go to the online etymology dictionary. A special ordinance or regulation promulgated by authority. To decree, decide, pronounce a decision. It says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and you're going to see a lot of that. All right? You're going to see a lot of that in these times. Okay? Because Esau, he wants to get things rolling with this whole NWO. All right? And we've been speaking against his enterprise, man, and his agendas. All right? What he's coming with. All right? We directly oppose his authority, man. All right? And what he wants to accomplish. Okay? His wickedness in general, man. Okay? He's the physical counterpart of spiritual demon Satan. Diavos, deceiver, false accuser. Okay? He's getting ready to falsely accuse the Israelites. All right? And the prophets, man. Okay? Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees and that write grievousness, which they had prescribed. So they've already had these things in the books, going way back. All right, the Alien Sedition Act of 1798. It says, in 1798, the United States stood on the brink of war with France. The Federalist Party, which advocated for a strong central government, believed that Republican criticism of Federalist policies was disloyal. It feared that, quote-unquote, aliens or non-citizens living in the United States would sympathize with the French during the war. As a result, a Federalist-controlled Congress passed 4 laws known collectively as the Alien and Sedition Acts. These laws raised the residency requirements for citizenship from 5 to 14 years, authorized the president to deport aliens. And what do you see going on? They let all these, migrants in from Venezuela and Central America, different parts of the world. All right, namely Jake, okay? For the purpose of targeting you Israelites, and permitted their arrest, imprisonment, and deportation during wartime. The Sedition Act made it a crime for American citizens to print, utter, or publish any false, scandalous, and malicious writing about the government. And see, there's the loophole. That's how they're going to be able to target, all right, and throw in what the Israelites teach, okay, out there on the highways and hedges, which they're going to come. They mainly want to get their hands on GMS, all right, because that's who's really, pushing the line. These other Israelite camps that bought in and paid for, under 501c3 charters, But call all Yahweh Bashim El Shai, the Lord raised up pastors according to his own heart. All right. He raised up the elders, apostles, and elder bishops on down. All right. To teach this truth. No gimmicks attached, man. All right. In sincerity and truth. Okay. Not for filthy lucre. All right. Not for money. But as was, commanded by the Heavenly Father to go out and teach and preach the gospel, man, good tidings unto his people, all right, as well as prophesy destruction unto these nations, man, and 2/3 of the nation of Israel, all right. But it says the Sedition Act made it a crime for American citizens to print, utter, publish any false, scandalous, and malicious writing about the government. So they're going to come for whoever they deem dissidents, okay? They're getting ready to crack down on political dissent, all right? Anything they deem dissent. And best believe they coming for those that are teaching this word. This is dissent in the Edom Online. It says, express a different or contrary opinion or feeling, withhold approval or consent. All right. And we directly oppose Esau's agenda, man. Esau's enterprise is NWO. Okay? It says the laws were directed against Democratic Republicans, the party typically favored by new citizens. The only journalists prosecuted under the Sedition Act were editors of Democratic Republican newspapers. Sedition Act trials, along with the Senate's use of its contempt powers to suppress dissent, set off a firestorm of criticism against the Federalists and contributed to their defeat in the election of 1800, after which the acts were repealed or allowed to expire. But Trump, he's still making reference of the Alien and Sedition Acts today. And they're getting ready to throw out, that anti-Sem, which we can't be anti-Sem because we descend from Shem. Esau, he descends from Shem. All right, there's a handful of nations that descend from Shem. Okay? But Esau, he'll sit there and make it about, himself. All right? Or you can't speak against the small hats. You can't say they the false J's. It's from the time of Israel. Colombia agrees to Trump administration's demands to address campus anti-Semitism. Because you've had all these pro-Palestinian and anti-Israel demonstrations and rallies at these various campuses, man. Right? Going into the uproars of the people. Columbia University has agreed to a series of changes demanded by the Trump administration as a precondition for restoring $400 million in federal funding. The government pulled this month over the school's handling of anti-Semitism on campus amid pro-Palestinian protests against Israel. So people are catching on to these devil's wickedness, man, and these false J's. All right. Give me a second. I'm gonna grab this in 2 Timothy. 2 Timothy 3:12. Because persecution is coming, man. Persecution is coming upon those that serve the Lord. All right? And that call themselves Israelites. Second Timothy 3:12. Yeah, and all that will live godly in Hamashiach Yahushai shall suffer persecution. Right? Persecution. The word persecution in the Greek, dioko, to make, to run, or flee, put to flight, drive away. In any way, whatever, to harass, trouble, molest one, to persecute, to be mistreated, suffer persecution on account of something, to pursue, to seek after eagerly, earnestly, endeavor to inquire, to acquire. All right, but Esau, he's eager to round our people up, man, and stop this word from going out. The upset prophecy. All right, so that the crackdown on anti-Semitism, all right, is gonna turn up. So we're getting ready to be public enemy number one, because they're coming down with these laws in the books. All right, legislation to come at the men of the Lord, ultimately. Right? And you see with that whole Free Palestine movement, that was used, all right, to put these small hats in a negative light to justify themselves in cracking down on so-called anti-Semitism. All right, speaking against them, okay? And we're gonna have to suffer being hunted down by the U.S. Gov, man. All right, information just came out how, the FBI and the CIA, they've had their scope on the Israelites, man, for some time, okay? And the Lord warned us that this day would come where they would call us, terrorists and enemies of the state. Revelation 12:12, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil, all right, Esau, Edom, so-called white man, he's the devil, man, diablos in the Greek, meaning false accuser. The devil has come down into you having great wrath because he knoweth that he had but a short time. He knows that he can't kick the can down the road any longer, man. He has to move. And he's getting ready to move on you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right? Because he knows that he had but a short time. Like as Haman, the Amalekite, all right? When you go back into the book of Esther, all right? He was trying to exterminate all of us under the hand of Xerxes. All right, so you're going to see this devil come down, having great wrath, okay? And he's going to crack down on the true believers, man. So you can expect smear campaigns and so on, all right? They got AI, and AI is advanced to the point that you can generate a whole video and it's indistinguishable from real life, man. All right. And you see these other camps out there, they've been playing along with these marches and standing out there with firearms and armor plates. So they're assisting Esau in this because they're all doing these antics. All right, stirring up that narrative. And all GMS has done is go out and teach the word, man. No gimmicks attached. You see? John 15:20, remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also. And we know that this world hates Yahushua, man, and the truth, the light. And we embody Yahushua. And just as they came against the Lord back then, all right, they're going to do the same to those that teach of Yahushua in this present time, man, that follow after the Lord. Okay? Because this world has an issue with what we're saying, and that's enough for them to come against us, man, to persecute us. All right? So it's gonna get dead. It's gonna get real. Again, a lot of Jakes have been in a complete wrong spirit, not really understanding what this thing is about and counting the cost. Okay? Not really watching how they conduct themselves in this truth. You know? But they're consumed with mirth and folly and trying to do their own thing. Okay? But when that time comes, you best believe a lot of people are going to denounce the faith. All right? But for those that truly serve Yahushua, they're going to stand, they're going to stand stiffly, man, stand boldly. All right? No matter what they're faced with, man. All right? And we pray that whatever the case may be, Certain brothers are going to get rounded up, taken to prison, all right, beheaded even, all right, martyred for Yahweh Shemel Shai, all right? But it's all good, man. This devil can do nothing against the truth before it, man, all right? Even if he puts certain of us to death, it don't stop these prophecies from coming to pass. It ain't going to stop him from going into slavery, man, all right? The elect coming off them ships and rounding them up and throwing them into captivity, all right? Verse 21, but all these things will they do unto you for my name's sake, because they know not him that sent me. And we're dealing with the same thing in this time. The Lord is about to let Esau be loose and come down with the hammer right here. And you're going to have certain Israelites that are going to be offended. It's 1 Corinthians 14:7. And even things without life-giving sound, whether pipe or harp, except they give a distinction in the sounds, how shall it be known what is pipe or harp? Whether the trumpet give an uncertain sound, who shall prepare himself to the battle? Right? And this is why we're out giving the right warning and making it plain upon tables. Okay? And these other camps out there are going to throw faith out the window. Once things start to get tighter, these devils start to really put on the squeeze. Okay? And really, show himself in these times. It's Revelation 10:9. And I went unto the angel and said unto him, give me the little book. And he said unto me, take it and eat it up, and it shall make thy belly bitter, but it shall be in thy mouth sweet as honey. You see, and part of that bitter goes into the persecution, man. All right? Hey, but guess what? The hedge of the Lord is going to be lifted up to where we're going to be, snatched up. All right? Hey, but the Lord is going to, be with brothers, even in that. All right? The Lord is going to have the spirit on them to endure. All right? Going, being put into prisons or being beheaded. Luke 12:11. And when they bring you unto the synagogues and unto magistrates and powers, taking no thought how or what thing you shall answer, or what you shall say. All right? Because there's going to be a time where we're going to be snatched up. All right? And we're going to have to give our testimony before the judge's face. Esau, he's going to bring us before judges, and we're going to have to testify Yahweh Shemel Shai. Some brothers may just keep silent and let Esau throw everything at him. Yahweh Shai, he was, the scriptures talk about how Yahweh Shai, held his composure when he was being faced with the same, how he was as a sheep before a sheep before a shearers, dumb. So he opened not his mouth, roughly paraphrase. Okay? But other brothers may be set up to testify against them. Okay? It may be that certain brothers were brought before, these devils, man, and they're going to give them a cold testimony through the Spirit. All right. Acts 14:22, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must, through much tribulation, enter the kingdom of Yahweh Shem Shai. And part of that tribulation is persecution. All right. We've dealt with catching hell and being put in certain situations to where the Lord, built us up, and built up our faith, but persecution is going to be a level up, right? You're going to have family, friends, this world is going to come against us. And these are some of the things that we got to meditate on, while keeping in mind how Yahweh Shai had to endure the cross, man. All right. His affliction. Okay. Even calling to mind the certain situations that our forefathers, our brothers in the past were put through. All right. But trusting in the Lord made a way for them to escape. See, this is what we signed up for, man. This is why we go through all these spiritual battles we go through. And, you got to get better and stronger, because what's coming is going to be heavy. Revelation 3:10, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. The hour of temptation is dealing with that time when the mark of the beast is going to be mandated right across the world. All right. And there are going to be other temptations out there. It shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. And there's billions that are going to fail the test. You best believe they're going to bait people with them incentives, man. All right. And I remember the brothers were saying that chip is going to have an enticing spirit on it, man. They may advertise it everywhere, billboards, like a McDouble, man, just shining, look better than it do in person, which is trash, but you're going to have a lot of celebrities and Jake pushing it too. Don't be surprised if ICPK or IUIC tell people to get the chip, man. All right. And we cool with not having an abundance in this time. All right. We cool with not having an abundance in this time, man, because, it's an advantage. We don't have the most money or the nicest house, nicest car, nicest clothing, and so on, man. All right. Everybody's pretty much going to be put on an equal playing field. And that's what this whole de-dollarization is about, to bring in, them economy stimulus, payments. The the digital dollar, okay? And those stimulus checks, kind of like they had during the whole demic. Sirach 2:1, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Temptation is what we're going to be faced with on a major scale, man. All right, Esau knows what Jake wants and what pleases, Jake's flesh. All right, so a lot of people are going to fold. A lot of people are going to fall for it because they're going to present this thing as a solution. They're going to present this thing as a convenience, and that's going to entice Jake to take it. All right? These things that are getting ready to happen are going to be things that are, going to be put out there to, appease our flesh. But we're detaching from those things now, okay? We're detaching from those things now, mentally. So when that time comes, it's that much easier to resist, and Lord willing, the Lord keep us, man. All right? Because everybody can say what they won't do. But unless the Lord, all right, it has to be the Lord to keep you from these things, man. Because, something that came to mind, something that always, comes to mind is how certain brothers, have testified dreams, visions, all right, of, men that knew they were Israelites getting the chip, okay? Even within GMS, man, that's a scary thing. Sirach 2 and 2, set thy heart aright and constantly endure and make not haste in the time of trouble. And a hasty decision will be taking the MOTB, all right, to save yourself, to save your family, whatever, man. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure and make not haste in the time of trouble. See, a lot of people are going to make haste. A lot of people are going to, due to the outward circumstance, because this devil is going to make shit, hard to maneuver in this society without this thing. And due to the outward circumstances, a lot of people are going to fold under pressure, man. A lot of people are going to make haste once they start to feel that hunger. Once they can't go up in the clubs, once they can't go up to the, in these music venues, the certain social gatherings, certain public spaces, when they can't go up in the store and get a Fanta, man, or food. Verse 3, cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at that last end. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. And that's why we have to exercise being changed to a lower state now. Okay? These things have to be exercised now. All right? Hey, because we know it gets much lower, man. Verse 5, for gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Acceptable men are strong. The ones putting in the work now are going to be able to walk through that fire unscathed. Okay, they're going to be able to suffer through everything. You see? So yeah, man. I'm going to just end it off there. Once again, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem El-Shai, Bashem Rechakudash. Double honor to our apostles and others, a great millstone who taught us the truth. And peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. To the next I say shalom. Stay, let us stay upon our watch. As well as, be in constant prayer, man. And keep an eye on these things. Because things are going to get, things are going to get changed up real soon. All right? On to the next one. I say shalom.